so I had to restart it. Anyways, let me just quickly wear my watch. I have always been the timekeeper of all my classes for my family and everything. No, for the watch. Okay. So, starting off with the Qur'an. Let's see here. Starting page 120, and then this is for atomic habits. I need to get on with my weekly plan, but I don't know. Anyways, I'll just put this to the side. Should I take these right now? Do I need water for this? Hold on. Do not crush, chew, or break tablets. Take with a full glass of water. I ain't got time for a full glass of water. I only take sips, like. I feel okay so far, I think. I'm fine. My dad didn't want to give it to me at all. He was pretty hesitant about it. Might as well not use it. I'm feeling okay anyways. Alright. Let's start. Hold on. I need my pen. Oh, it's over there. Go. Never mind. Let's get a new one. I warn you, so do not fall into ignorance. Noah pleaded, "My Lord, I seek refuge in you from asking you about what I have no knowledge of. And unless you forgive me and have mercy on me, I will be one of the losers." Is that a dua? Sorry. My tripod is wiggly. It was said, "O Noah, disembark with our peace and blessings on you, and some of the descendants of those with you. As for others, we will allow them a brief enjoyment, then they will be touched with a painful punishment from us." Stories of the past. This is one of the stories of the unseen, which we reveal to you, O Prophet. Neither you nor your people knew it before this, so be patient. Sorry, I'm just looking for a nice pen. Okay. Hello, Jahlil. Welcome to the chat. Then they will be touched with a painful punishment from us. Stories of the past. This is one of the stories of the unseen, which we reveal to you, O Prophet. Neither you nor your people knew it before this. So be patient. Surely the ultimate outcome belongs only to the righteous. Hello, Sunflower. Hello, Penelope Michener. Welcome, guys. Thank you. He's always on my streams, like every day. So when I have 0 watchers in the stream, he's still there. Prophet Hud. And to the people of Ad, we sent their brother Hud. He said, "O my people, worship God. You have no God other than him. You do nothing but fabricate lies against God. O my people, I do not ask you for any reward for this message. My reward is only from the one who created me. Will you not then understand? And O my people, seek your Lord's forgiveness and turn to him in repentance. He will shower you with rain in abundance and add strength to your strength. So do not turn away, persisting in wickedness." This is so beautiful. Strength to your strength. Wow. Because it makes total sense. Like, people, they get they get skeptical about religion. They're like, oh, they're just trying to profit from us, and people do. Like people try to profit off religion all the time. But he's saying my reward is only from the one who created me. Like you're not gonna find me asking for your money or trying to gain something from you. There's nothing in benefit towards somebody trying to guide humanity. You know, if they're only seeking their reward from God. Hello, Shinobu Shaylin. I'll just call you Shinobu. Welcome to the chat. His people's response. They argued, O Hud, you have not given us any clear proof, and we will never abandon our gods upon your word, nor will we believe in you. All we can say is that some of our gods have possessed you with evil. Hud's argument. He said, I call God to witness, and you too bear witness, that I totally reject whatever you associate him with in worship, so let all of you plot against me without delay. I have put my trust in God, my Lord and your Lord. There is no living creature that is not completely under his control. Surely my Lord's way is perfect justice, but if you turn away, I have already delivered to you what I have been sent with. My Lord will replace you with others. You are not harming him in the least. Indeed, my Lord is a vigilant keeper over all things. Oh, this is not the Bible, actually. Also, welcome Danny and CB Faustino. This is the clear Qur'an. This is kind of like the Bible of the Muslim religion. So we're on chapter Hud. Before this was chapter Jonah. So you're gonna see a lot of similarities between the Quran and the Bible. Yeah, this is like an abrogated version of the Bible as well. Like, it compiles everything that was revealed before. Oh, this is called the Clear Quran. So it's made in like simple English because a lot of the translations of the Quran are not really that understandable. But yeah, Mustafa Khattab did a great job in, translating this. So yeah, if you guys want to learn more and get a free one yourselves, it's in this website, ysm.org. So yeah, I'm gonna continue. The torment. When our command came, we rescued Hud and those who believed with him by a mercy from us, saving them from a harsh torment. That was Ad. They denied the signs of their Lord, disobeyed his messengers, and followed the command of every stubborn tyrant. They were followed by a curse in this world, as they will be on the day of judgment. Surely Ad denied their Lord, so away with Ad, the people of Hud. Prophet Salih. And to the people of Thamud we sent their brother Salih. He said, O my people, worship God. You have no God other than him. He is the one who produced you from the earth and settled you on it. So seek his forgiveness and turn to him in repentance. Surely my Lord is ever near, all responsive to prayers. His people's argument. They argued, O Salih, we truly had high hopes in you before this. How dare you forbid us to worship what our forefathers had worshipped? We are certainly in alarming doubt about what you are inviting us to. Here's his response. He responded, O my people, consider if I stand on a clear proof from my Lord, and he has blessed me with a mercy from him. Who could help me against God if I were to disobey him? You would only contribute to my doom. And O my people, this she-camel of God is a sign for you. So leave her to graze freely on God's earth and do her no harm, or a swift punishment will overtake you. But they killed her, so he warned them, you have only 3 more days to enjoy life in your homes. This is an unfailing promise. The torment. When our command came, we saved Salih and those who believed with him by a mercy from us and spared them the disgrace of that day. Surely your Lord alone is the all-powerful, almighty, and the mighty blast overtook the wrongdoers, so they fell lifeless in their homes, as if they had never lived there. Surely Thamud denied their Lord, so away with them. Abraham visited by the angels. And surely our messenger angels came to Abraham with good news of a son. They greeted him with peace, and he replied, "Peace be upon you." Then it was not long before he brought them a fat roasted calf. And when he saw that their hands did not reach for the food, he became suspicious and fearful of them. They reassured him, "Do not be afraid. We are angels sent only against the people of Lot." What's the name of this book? Oh, did you already ask that? Alright. Good news to Sarah. And his wife was standing by, so she laughed. Then we gave her good news of the birth of Isaac, and after him, Jacob. She wondered, "Oh my, how can I have a child in this old age, and my husband here is an old man? This is truly an astonishing thing." They responded, "Are you astonished by God's decree? May God's mercy and blessings be upon you, O people of this house. Indeed, he is praiseworthy, all glorious." Abraham pleading for Lot's people. Then, after the fear he had left Abraham and the good news had reached him, he began to plead with us for the people of Lot. Truly, Abraham was forbearing, tender-hearted, and ever turning to his Lord. The angel said, "O Abraham, plead no more. Your Lord's decree has already come, and they will certainly be afflicted with a punishment that cannot be averted." Lot's handsome guests. When our messengers, angels, came to Lot, he was distressed and worried by their arrival. He said, "This is a terrible day." And the men of his people, who are used to shameful deeds, came to him rushing. He pleaded, "O my people, here are my daughters for marriage. They are pure for you, so fear God and do not humiliate me by disrespecting my guests. Is there not even a single right-minded man among you?" They argued, "You certainly..." Oh my god. This is insane. "You certainly know that we have no need for your daughters." Oh man, they were ultra gay. "You already know what we did." Oh my god. "You already know what we desire," he responded. "If only I had the strength to resist you or could rely on a strong supporter." Reassuring Lot, the angel said, "O Lot, we are the messengers of your Lord. They will never reach you, so travel with your family in the dark of night, and do not let any of you look back, except your wife. She will certainly suffer the fate of the others. Their appointed time is the morning. Is the morning not near?" The torment. When our command came, we turned the cities upside down and rained down on them clustered stones of baked clay, marked by your Lord, O prophet. And these stones are not far from the pagan wrongdoers. Prophet Shu'aib. And to the people of Midian, we sent their brother Shu'aib. He said, "O my people, worship God. You have no God other than him. And do not give short measure and wait. I do see you in prosperity now, but I truly fear for you the torment and of an overwhelming day. O my people, give full measure and weigh with justice. Do not defraud people of their property, nor go about spreading corruption in the land. What is left as an lawful gain by God is far better for you if you are truly believers, and I'm not a keeper of you." Hello, welcome back. Hello, Clementine. Sorry I didn't see you there. If you're still here. Sorry, I forgot where I was. His people's response. They asked sarcastically, O Shu'aib, does your prayer command you that we should abandon what our forefathers worshipped, or give up managing our wealth as we please? Indeed, you are such a tolerant, sensible man. Shu'aib's argument, he said, O my people, consider if I stand on a clear proof from my Lord, and he has blessed me with good provision from him. I do not want you to do what I am forbidding you from. I only intend reform to the best of my ability. My success comes only through God. In him I put my trust. In him I trust, and to him I turn. O my people, O my people, do not let your opposition to me lead you to a fate similar to that of the people of Noah or Hud or Salih, and the people of Lot are not far from you. So seek your Lord's forgiveness and turn to him in repentance. Surely my Lord is most merciful, all-loving. Thank you. This is only one cat. I have two other cats. Yuki. I have a big orange one named Luca and a small one named Pixie. He's running around in the back here. Pixie. She usually joins the live streams as well, but today she wants to play in the back. The threat. They threatened, O Shu'aib, we do not comprehend much of what you say, and surely we see you powerless among us. Were it not for your clan, we would have certainly stoned you, for you are nothing to us. Shu'aib's response, he said, O my people, do you have more regard for my clan than for God, turning your back on him entirely? Surely my Lord is fully aware of what you do. O my people, persist in your ways, for I too will persist in mine. You will soon come to know who will be visited by a humiliating torment and is a liar. And watch, I too am watching with you. The torment. When our command came, we saved Shu'aib and those who believed with him by a mercy from us, and the mighty blast overtook the wrongdoers, so they fell lifeless in their homes. Okay. Okay. So they fell lifeless in their homes, as if they had never lived there. So away with the Midian, and it was as it was with Thamud. Wow, it's exactly the same punishment. That's crazy. Hello, welcome, Carl himself, and Antonio, and Brianna. Welcome, welcome. Prophet Moses. Indeed, we sent Moses with our signs and compelling proof to Pharaoh and his chiefs, but they followed the command of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh's command was not well guided. He will be before his people on the day of judgment, and will lead to them into the fire. What an evil place to be led into. They were followed by a curse in this life, and will receive another in the day of judgment, with an evil gift to receive. Reward of wickedness. These are accounts we relate to you, O prophet, of the destroyed cities. Some are still standing barren, while others have been mowed down. We did not wrong them, rather they wronged themselves. The gods they invoked besides God were of no help at all when the command of your Lord came, and only contributed to their ruin. Such is the crushing grip of your Lord when he seizes the societies enriched in wrongdoing. Indeed, his grip is terribly painful and severe. My two cats are fighting in the other room. His name is Meow. My name is Meow. Oh yeah, I've seen that meme. Judgment Day. Surely, and this is a sign for those who fear the torment of the hereafter. That is a day for which humanity will be gathered, and a day that will be witnessed by all. We only delay it for a fixed term. Whether that day arrives, no one will dare speak except with his permission. Some of them will be miserable, others joyful. Ooh. Joyful on the day of judgment? That's crazy. Miserable. As for those bound for misery, they will be in the fire, where they will be sighing and gasping, staying there forever, as long as the heavens and the earth will endure, except what your Lord wills. Surely your Lord does what he intends. The joyful. And for those destined to joy, they'll be in paradise, staying there forever, as long as the heavens and the earth will endure. Accept what your Lord wills, a generous giving without end. Ugh, so sweet. Blind following. Oh, here's my other cat. Come on. She doesn't want to come. I don't know how to put my name at Meow. I think you're gonna have to like change your whole YouTube account name, but Meow is pretty famous. I think it's already taken. So do not be in doubt, O Prophet, about what those pagans worship. They worship nothing except what their forefathers worshipped before them, and we will certainly give them their share of punishment, full without any reduction. The Torah. Indeed, we have given Moses the scripture, but differences arose regarding it. Had it not been for a prior decree from your Lord, their differences would have been settled at once. They are truly in alarming doubt about it. And surely your Lord will fully pay all for their deeds. He is certainly all aware of what they do. Advice to the believers. So be steadfast as you are commanded, O Prophet, along with those who turn in submission to God with you, and do not transgress. Surely he is all seeing of what you believers do. And do not be inclined. Look at them fighting. And do not be inclined to the wrongdoers, or you'll be touched by the fire. For then you would have no protectors other than God, nor would you be helped. Establish prayer, O Prophet, at both ends of the day and in the early part of the night. Surely good deeds wipe out evil deeds. That is a reminder for the mindful. And be patient. Certainly God does not discount the reward of the wrongdoers, of the good doers. Discount the reward of the good doers. So be steadfast. Turn in submission. Do not transgress. Do not be inclined to the wrongdoers. Establish prayer at both ends of the day and in the early part of the night. Surely good deeds wipe out evil deeds. That is the reminder. And be patient. Wow, this whole thing is just amazing. Your cat is black? Oh, that's so cute. I love black cats. I wish I had a black cat too. I have a neighborhood black cat that I go to see her all the time. But, yeah, I can't keep a black cat. I don't know, my parents are racist or something. Speaking out against evil. If only there had been among the destroyed people before you, O believers, virtuous individuals who forbade corruption in the land, other than the few we had saved from the torment. Not to backbite them, I'm just saying, like, they probably wouldn't allow that, because they barely allowed my second, or like my latest cat to join the household family, but because she had a really nice tail, they're like, okay, let's keep her. Alright. If only there had been among the destroyed people before you, O believers, virtuous individuals who forbade corruption in the land, other than the few we had saved from the torment. But the wrongdoers only pursued their worldly desires, becoming wicked. And your Lord, O Prophet, would never destroy society unjustly while its people were acting rightly. So everything is just like, it's good that happened. Free choice. Had your Lord so willed, we would have certainly made humanity one single community of believers. But they will always choose to differ, except those shown by mercy by our Lord. And so he created them to choose freely, and so the word of your Lord will be fulfilled. I will surely fill up hell with the jinn and humans altogether. Moral of the stories, and we relate to you, O Prophet, the stories of the messengers to reassure your heart. And there has come to you in this chapter the truth, a warning to the disbelievers and a reminder to the believers. Say to the disbelievers, persist in your ways, we will surely persist in ours. And wait, surely we too are waiting, God Almighty. To God alone belongs the knowledge of what is hidden in the heavens and the earth, and to Him all matters are returned. So worship Him and put your trust in Him, and your Lord is never unaware of what you do. Alright, shall we go on to the next chapter? Oh, hi, I love your cat, so cute. Thank you, Aaron Binder. And thanks for tuning in. Just looking at how long the chapter of Joseph is. That's 125 to 132. I hated my host. Why she only get to have more attention? I'm not sure what that means. Hello, Joanne Bloomer. Welcome, welcome. We're just reading the Qur'an right now. Praise the Lord. Yes, John. Welcome back. Praise the Lord for sure. So I only read 4 pages so far. That's crazy. I guess we do have to start chapter Joseph. Rightfully called the best of stories, this uplifting Meccan chapter was revealed along with 2 previous chapters at a critical time in life of the Prophet, following the death of his wife Khadija and his uncle Abu Talib, his 2 main supporters. Shortly after a 3-year boycott by the Meccan pagans to suppress the believers. This is a story of Joseph, whose half brothers were driven by jealousy, conspiring to distance him from his father Jacob. Joseph was sold into slavery in Egypt, falsely accused and imprisoned for several years, only to become Egypt's chief minister. Just like Joseph, the prophet had to live away from his hometown, was faced with false allegations and abused by his own people, but ultimately became Arabia's undisputed leader when the prophet triumphed over Mecca after many years of persecution. He treated the very people who abused him with grace, recalling the words of Joseph when his brothers begged for mercy in verse 92. There is no blame on you today. May God forgive you. He is the most merciful of the merciful. Send. Sorry, Meow, I don't know what you're saying. In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Hold on, let me get some water. So I know where my cats went. The best stories. Alif Lam Ra. These are the verses of the clear book. Indeed, we have sent it down as an Arabic Qur'an, so that you may understand. We relate to you, O Prophet, the best of stories through our revelation of this Qur'an, though before this you were totally unaware of them. Joseph's dream. Remember when Joseph said to his father, "Yeah, that's Pixie, the smaller one. She looks just like the big one, but she's a girl." Remember when Joseph said to his father, "Oh, my dear father, indeed I dreamt of 11 stars and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating to me. He replied, "O my dear son, do not relate your vision to your brothers, or they will devise a plot against you. Surely Satan is a sworn enemy to mankind." And so will your Lord choose you. And so will your Lord choose you, O Joseph, and teach you the interpretation of dreams, and perfect his favor upon you and the descendants of Jacob, just as he once perfected it upon your forefathers Abraham and Isaac. Surely your Lord is all-knowing, all-wise. Conspiracy by Joseph's brothers. Indeed, in the story of Joseph and his brothers, there are lessons for all who ask. Remember when they said to one another, "Surely Joseph and his brothers and his brother Benjamin are more beloved to our father than we, even though we are a group of so many. Indeed, our father is clearly mistaken. Kill Joseph or cast him out to some distant land so that our father's attention will be only ours. Then after that, you may repent and become righteous people." One of them said, "Do not kill Joseph, but if you must do something, throw him in the bottom of a well, so perhaps he may be picked up by some travelers." Convincing Jacob, they said, "O our father, why do you not trust us with Joseph, although we truly wish him well? Send him out with us tomorrow so that he may enjoy himself and play, and we will really watch over him." He responded, "It would truly sadden me if you took him away with you, and I fear that a wolf may devour him while you are negligent of him." They said, "If a wolf were to devour him, despite our strong group, then we would certainly be losers." And so, when they took him away and decided to throw him into the bottom of the well, we inspired him. "One day, you will remind them of what this deed of theirs while they are unaware of who you are." Wow. Oh my god, subhanAllah. Hello. Hello, meow. You're still here? Thank you for staying. Faking Joseph's death. Then they returned to their father in the evening, weeping. They cried, "Our father, we went racing and left Joseph with our belongings, and a wolf devoured him. But you will not believe us no matter how truthful we are." And they brought his shirt stained with false blood. He responded, "No, your souls must have tempted you to do something evil, so I can only endure with beautiful patience. It is God's help that I seek to bear your claims." Wow. That's because, like, he literally told them, like, I knew something was gonna happen to him. Like, he knew. But, he just had to bear with that. Joseph sold into slavery. There came some travelers, and they sent their water boy, who let down his bucket into the well. He cried out, "Oh, what a great find! Here is a boy!" And they took him secretly to be sold as merchandise. But God is all-knowing of what they did. They later sold him for a cheap price, just a few silver coins, only wanting to get rid of him. Joseph in Egypt. The man from Egypt who brought him said to his wife, "Take good care of him. Perhaps he may be useful to us, or we may adopt him as a son." This is how we established Joseph in the land, so that we might teach him the interpretation of dreams. God's will always prevails, but most people do not know. And when we reach maturity, we give him wisdom and knowledge. This is how we reward the good doers. So you will get wisdom and knowledge if you are a good doer. The temptation. And the lady in whose house he lived tried to seduce him. She locked the doors firmly and said, "Come to me." He replied, "God is my refuge. It is not right to betray my master who has taken good care of me. Indeed, the wrongdoers never succeed." She advanced towards him. Oh my god. And he would have done likewise had he not seen a sign from his Lord. Wait, well, he would have done likewise? What? Joseph received warning against fornication either through divine inspiration or a vision of his father. Wow. Dang. So I didn't know he was actually tempted. I thought he was just like disturbed by that. But he was tempted. Where was I? and he would have done likewise had he not seen the sign from his Lord. This is how we kept evil and indecency away from him, for he was truly one of our chosen servants. They raced for the door, and she tore his shirt from the back, only to find her husband at the door. She cried, "What is the penalty for someone who tried to violate your wife, except imprisonment of a painful punishment?" The witness, Joseph, responded, "It was she who tried to seduce me." And a witness from her own family testified, "If his shirt is torn from the front, then she had told the truth, and he is a liar. But if it is torn from the back, then she had lied, and he is truthful." So when her husband saw that Joseph's shirt was torn from the back, he said to her, "This must be an example of the cunning of you, woman. Indeed, your cunning is so shrewd. O Joseph, forget about this. And you, O wife, seek forgiveness for your sin. It certainly has been your fault." Wow. My cat is always so hungry. Aw, poor kitty. But then again, some cats just act hungry even though they just ate. The woman and Joseph's beauty. Some woman of the city gossiped, "The chief's minister's wife is trying to seduce her slave boy. Love for him has plagued her heart." Indeed, we see that she is clearly mistaken. When she heard about their gossip, she invited them and set a banquet for them. Oh wow! Oh, this is crazy because she's like, "Oh, they're gossiping. Let them see what I'm talking about." She gave each one a knife, then said to Joseph, "Come out before them." When they saw him, they were so stunned by his beauty that they cut their hands and exclaimed, "Good God, this cannot be human. This must be a noble angel." She said, "This is the one whose love you criticize me. I did not try to seduce him, but he firmly refused. And if he does not do what I order him to, he will certainly be in prison and fully disgraced." The lesser of two evils. Joseph prayed, "My Lord, I would rather be in jail than do what they invite me to. And if you do not turn their cunning away from me, I might yield to them and fall into ignorance." Wow. So his Lord responded to him, turning their cunning away from him. Surely he is the all-hearing, all-knowing. Aww. And so it occurred to those in charge, despite seeing all the proofs of his innocence, that he should be imprisoned for a while. Dreams of the two inmates. And two other servants went to jail with Joseph. One of them said, "I dreamt I was pressing wine." The other said, "I dreamt I was carrying some bread on my head, from which birds were eating." Then both said, "Tell us their interpretation, for we surely see you as one of the good doers." Invitation to the truth. Joseph replied, "I can even tell you what kind of meal you will be served before you receive it. This knowledge is from what my Lord has taught me. I have shunned the faith of a people who disbelieved in God and denied the hereafter. I follow the faith of my fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It is not right for us to associate anything with God in worship. This is part of God's grace upon us and humanity, but most people are not grateful. O my fellow prisoners, which is far better? Many different lords or God? The one, the supreme. Whatever idols Whatever idols you worship instead of him are mere names which you and your forefathers have made up, a practice God has never authorized. It is only God who decides. He has commanded you that you worship none but him. This is upright faith. This is the upright faith, but most people do not know. Interpretation of the dreams. O my fellow prisoners, the first one of you will serve one to his master, and the other one will be crucified, and the birds will eat from his head. The matter about which you inquired will be decided. Then he said to the one he knew would survive, "Mention me in the presence of your master." But Satan made him forget to mention Joseph to his master, so he remained in prison for several years. Hello, Ruth Reed. Welcome. the king's dream. And one day the king of Egypt, said, I dreamt of 7 fat cows eaten by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain, and 7 others dry. O chiefs, tell me the meaning of my dream, if you can interpret dreams. They replied, these are confused visions, and we do not know the interpretation of such dreams. Finally, the surviving ex-prisoner remembered Joseph after a long time and said, I will tell you its interpretation, so send me forth to Joseph. Interpretation of the king's dream. He said, Joseph, O man of truth, interpret for us the dream of 7 fat cows eaten by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain, and 7 others dry, so that I may return to the people and let them know. Joseph replied, you will plant grain for several consecutive years, leaving in the ear whatever you will harvest, except for the little you will eat. Then, after that will come 7 years of great hardship, which will consume whatever you have saved, except the little you will store for seed. Then, after that, will come a year in which people will receive abundant rain, and they will press oil and wine. Joseph declared innocence. The king then said, bring him to me. When the messenger came to him, Joseph said, go back to your master and ask him about the case of the woman who cut their hands. Surely my lord has full knowledge of their cunning. The king asked the woman, what did you get when you tried to seduce Joseph? They replied, God forbid, we know nothing indecent about him. Then the chief minister's wife admitted, now the truth has come to light. It was I who tried to seduce him, and he is surely truthful. From this Joseph should know that I do not speak dishonestly about him in his absence, for God certainly does not guide the scheming of the dishonest. And I do not seek to free myself from blame, for indeed the soul is ever inclined to evil, except those who shown mercy by my Lord. Surely my Lord is all forgiving, most merciful. Goodbye. Thanks for tuning in, Miel. Hope to see you in future streams. Joseph, the chief minister. The king said, bring him to me. I will employ him exclusively in my service. And when Joseph spoke to him, the king said, today you are highly esteemed and fully trusted by us. Joseph proposed, put me in charge of the storehouses of the land, for I am truly reliable and adept. This is how we established Joseph in the land to settle wherever he pleased. We shower our mercy on whoever we will, and we never discount the reward of the good doers. Ugh, man, I can't imagine like someone like as handsome as Joseph, but also the king. Like you'd imagine like kings are really bad, like evil and stuff, but he's good in character, good in looks, everything. But he had a very painful past, so I guess that balances it out. Joseph proposed, put me in charge of the storehouses, for I'm truly adept. This is how he established Joseph in the shadow. So we never discount the reward of the good works. And the reward of the hereafter is far better than those who are faithful and mindful of God. D?
Today's what? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. So they're gonna start vacuuming, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cup of it. It will be dirty?
You could always use the dryer.
No, it's already hanging. It's already dry. I'm not already dry. In 2 hours it will be dry.
Okay.
It's all in the hanger.
Okay. I'll bring it in. If you want.
You have to put it back in because it's no big deal.
Okay.
Go back and forth because it's on a hanger.
Okay. Alright.
Or you. Okay. Okay, over, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are they going to vacuum it today or no?
Yeah. Joseph's brothers visit Egypt. And Joseph's brothers came and entered his presence. He recognized them, but they were unaware of who he really was. When he had provided them with their supplies, he demanded, "Bring me your brother on your father's side. Do you not see that I give full measure and am the best of hosts? But if you do not bring him to me next time, I will have no grain for you, nor will you ever come close to me again." They promised, "We will try to convince his father to let him come. We will certainly do our best." Joseph ordered his servants to put his brother's money back into their saddlebags so that they would find it when they returned to their family, and perhaps they would come back. The brothers returned home. When Joseph's brothers returned to their father, they pleaded, "Oh, our father, we have been denied further supplies, so send our brother with us so that we may receive our measure, and we will definitely watch over him." He responded, "Should I trust you with him as I once trusted you with his brother Joseph? But only God is the best protector, and he is the most merciful of the merciful." When they opened their bags, they discovered that their money had been returned to them. They argued, "Oh, our father, what more can we ask for? Here is our money fully returned to us. Now we can buy more food for our family. We will watch over our brother and obtain an extra camel load of grain. That load can be easily secured." Jacob's wisdom. Jacob insisted, "I will not send him with you until you give me a solemn oath by God that you will certainly bring him back to me unless you are totally overpowered." Then after they had given him their oaths, he concluded, "God is a witness to what you have said." He then instructed them, "O my sons, do not enter the city all through one gate, but through separate gates. I cannot help you against what is destined by God in the least. It is only God who decides. In him I put my trust, and in him let the faithful put their trust." Man, this is making me emotional, bro. Poor Jacob. I saw this video of Sudanese mom like going crazy, like screaming her lungs out because the RSF killed her 2 kids in front of her. And the pain of Jacob was terrible. So much that he went blind, but he was given back his child. Imagine knowing that your child is actually dead. I don't know if that's better, because, you know, what happened to them. It's like closure's right there, but I can't imagine the test of actually losing your children in front of you. I mean, the Prophet said lost his children in front of him, but not like that. You know? I like you, Katie Cat. He's so cute. Thank you, Jennifer Wells. Yeah, that's Yuki. He's like my spectator. Every morning I read the Qur'an translation. Then, when they entered as their father had instructed them, this did not help them against the will of God whatsoever. It was just as desired in Jacob's heart, which he satisfied. He was truly blessed with great knowledge because of what we had taught him, but most people have no knowledge. The royal cup. When they entered Joseph's presence, he called his brother Benjamin aside and confided to him, "I am indeed your brother Joseph, so do not feel distressed about what they have been doing." When Joseph had provided them with supplies, he slipped the royal cup into his brother's bag. Then a herald cried, "O people of the caravan, you must be thieves." Oh wow. They asked, turning back, "What have you lost?" The herald, along with the guards, replied, "We have lost the king's measuring cup, and whoever brings it will be awarded a camel load of grain. I guarantee you." Joseph's brother replied, By God, you know well that we did not come to cause trouble in the land, nor are we thieves. Joseph's men asked, What should be the price for theft if you are lying? Joseph's brother responded, The price will be the enslavement of the one in whose bag the cup is found. That is how we punish the wrongdoers. Joseph takes Benjamin. Joseph began searching their bags before that of his brother Benjamin. Then he brought it out of Benjamin's bag. This is how we inspired Joseph to plan. Wow, this is amazing. He could not have taken his brother under the king's law, but God had so willed. We elevate in rank whoever we will, but above those ranking in knowledge is the one all-knowing. To distance themselves, Joseph's brother argued, If he had stolen, so did his fool brother before. But Joseph suppressed his outrage, revealing nothing to them, and said to himself, You are in such an evil position, and God knows best the truth of what you claim. They appealed, O chief minister, he has a very old father, so take one of us instead. We surely see you as one of the good doers. Joseph responded, God forbid that we should take other than the one with whom we found our property. Otherwise we would surely be unjust. Hello, Claire Wood. Thank you for joining in. Bad news for Jacob again. Oof, poor Jacob, man. First one, then another. So when they lost all hope in him, they spoke privately. The eldest of them said, Do you not know that your father had taken a solemn oath by God from you, nor how you failed him regarding Joseph before? So I'm not leaving this land until my father allows me to, or God decides for me. So he is the best of judges. Return to your father and say, Our father, your son committed theft. We testify only to what we know. We could not guard against the unforeseen. Ask the people of the land where we were and the caravan we traveled with. We are certainly telling the truth. My nose is so clogged, that's why. Jacob's grief. Oh my gosh. Ugh, man. He cried, No, your souls must have tempted you to do something evil, so I am left with nothing but beautiful patience. Oh my gosh. I trust God will return them all to me. Surely he alone is knowing all wise. Aww. How sweet of Jacob, man. Or not Jacob. Yeah, Jacob. He turned away from them, lamenting. Alas, poor Joseph, and his eye turned white out of grief, but grief he suppressed. They said, By God, you will not cease to remember Joseph until you lose your health or even your life. He replied, I complain of my anguish and sorrow only to God, and I know from God what you do not know. O my sons, go and search diligently for Joseph and his brother, and do not lose hope in the mercy of God, for no one loses hope in God's mercy except those with no faith. Wow. So, I guess, yeah, he never got closure with Joseph. He still thinks he's alive. That's crazy. He didn't know he's dead for good. Joseph reveals his identity. When they entered Joseph's presence, they pleaded, O chief minister, we and our family have been touched with hardship, and we have brought only a few worthless coins, but please, give us our supplies in full, and be charitable to us. Indeed, God rewards the charitable. He asked, Do you remember what you did to Joseph and his brother in your ignorance? They replied in shock, Are you really Joseph? He said, I am Joseph, and here is my brother Benjamin. God has truly been gracious to us. Surely whoever is mindful of God and patient, then certainly God never discounts the reward of the good doers. Wait, wasn't there like a... Didn't his eyes get cured with the shirt of Joseph before this? Or was it after? I don't know. Surely whoever is mindful of God and patient, and certainly God never discounts the reward of the good doers. Wow. It's so beautiful. I can't stop thinking about Vinland Saga. I know you're not supposed to imagine the prophets, but yeah. Brother's apology accepted. They admitted, by God, God has truly preferred you over us, and we have surely been sinful. Joseph said, there is no blame on you today. May God forgive you. Ugh, so sweet. Like, he's the most merciful of the merciful. Go with this shirt of mine. Oh, okay, now it happened after. Okay, I see. Go with this shirt of mine and cast it over my father's face, and he'll regain his sight. Then come back to me with your whole family. Oh my gosh. Man, subhanAllah, man. I can't imagine such a whip splash of feelings that Jacob and his son must have felt. Jacob regains his sight. When the caravan departed from Egypt, their father said to those around him, you may think I am senile, but I certainly sense the smell of Joseph. They replied, by God, you are definitely still in your old delusion. But when the bearer of the good news arrived, he cast his shirt over Jacob's face so he regained his sight. Jacob then said to his children, did I not tell you that I truly know from God what you did not know? Then begged, O our Father, pray for the forgiveness of our sins. We have certainly been sinful. We said, he said, I will pray to my Lord for your forgiveness. He alone is indeed all forgiving, most merciful. Joseph's dream come true. Hello, welcome back, meow. When they entered Joseph's presence, he received his parents graciously and said, enter Egypt, God willing, in security. Then he raised his parents to the throne. Oh, I didn't know he had a mom. And they all fell down in prostration to Joseph, who then said, oh, my dear father, this is the interpretation of my old dream. Wow. Oh my god, it's like Tangled. Literally so fictional. Oh my gosh, both my noses are clogged. Let me get some nasal spray. One sec. What? No. Dang. Let it go, man. I think I'll just have to use the new one. And my nose is unclogged. Wow, all that trouble. It's not treats. Oh, oh my god. Meow, come back. I've been waiting for like an hour and I can't take a break. Man. Smells weird. Okay. When they entered Joseph's presence, they received his parents graciously. Joseph's prayer, my Lord, I have been granted my authority and my Lord, you have surely granted me authority and taught me the interpretation of dreams. O originator of the heavens and the earth, you are my guardian in this world. Hello, Shinobu. Welcome back. You're my guardian in this world and the hereafter. Allow me to die as one who submits and join me with the righteous. Ameen. Reminders to Prophet Muhammad. This is from the stories of the unseen, which we reveal to you, O Prophet. You were not present when they all made up their minds and when they plotted against Joseph. And most people will not believe, no matter how keen you are, even though you are not asking them for reward for this Qur'an. It is only a reminder to the whole world. How many signs in the heavens and the earth do they pass by with indifference? And most of them do not believe in God without associating others with him in worship. Do they feel secure that an overwhelming torment from God will not overtake them, or that the hour will not take them by surprise when they least expect it? Invitation with knowledge and wisdom. Say, O Prophet, this is my way. I invite to God with insight. I and those who follow me. Glory be to God, and I am not one of the polytheists. God's messenger. We only sent before you, O Prophet, men inspired by us from among the people of each society. Have the deniers traveled through the land to see what was Have the deniers not traveled through the land to see what was the end of those destroyed before them? And surely the eternal home of the hereafter is far better than those, but far better for those mindful of God. Will you not then understand? And when the messenger despaired, and their people thought the messengers had been denied help, our help came to them at last. We then saved whoever we willed, and our punishment is never averted from the wicked people. Wow. Oh, this makes me very hopeful because there's a lot of suffering in the world that we want to avert, but it just happens anyways. Messenger stories in the Quran. In their stories, there's truly a lesson for people of reason. This message cannot be fabrication, rather, it is a confirmation of previous revelation, a detailed explanation of all things, a guide and a mercy for people of faith. So beautiful. So beautiful. Alright. We're done with 2 chapters. We did chapter Joseph and chapter Hud. Next chapter is called Thunder. So we're on page 132 now. Right? So we have page 130 tomorrow. And our next book on the list is Atomic Habits. Sorry about that noise, bro. It's disgusting. Alright, chapter 8, I think. Chapter 9, okay. The role of family and friends in shaping your habits. In 1965, you are the best. Thank you so much, Meow. You are the best too. The best viewer right now, because I think you're the only viewer. In 1965, a Hungarian man named Laszlo Polgar wrote a series of strange letters to a woman named Clara. Laszlo was a firm believer in hard work. In fact, it was all he believed in. He completely rejected the idea of innate talent. He claimed that with deliberate practice and the development of good habit, a child could become a genius in any field. His mantra was, "A genius is not born, but is educated and trained." I think that's true. Just, I haven't had a lot of investment in my life, so. My cat's really smart too. Like, I think if we trained him to do tricks and stuff, he would definitely be able to. Laszlo believed in this idea so strongly that he wanted to test it with his own children. And he was writing to Clara because he needed a wife without willing to jump on board. Oh, he needed a wife willing to jump on board. Clara was a teacher, and although she may not have been as adamant as Laszlo, she also believed that with proper instruction anyone could advance their skills. Laszlo decided chess would be a suitable field for the experiment, and he laid out a plan to raise his children to become chess prodigies. The kids would be homeschooled, a rarity in Hungary at the time. The house would be filled with chess books, pictures of famous chess players, and pictures of famous chess players. The children would play against each other constantly and compete in the best tournaments they could find. The family, yes, meow. The family would keep a meticulous file system of the tournament history of every competitor their children faced. Their lives would be dedicated to chess. Laszlo successfully courted Clara, and within a few years, the Polgars were parents to 3 young girls, Susan, Sophia, and Judith. Susan, the oldest, began playing chess when she was 4 years old. Within 6 months, she was defeating adults. Sophia, the middle child, did even better. By 14, she was a world champion, and a few years later, she became a grandmaster. Judith, the youngest, was the best of all. By age 5, she could beat her father. At 12, she was the youngest player ever listed among the top 100 chess players in the world. At 15 years and 4 months old, she became the youngest grandmaster of all time, younger than Bobby Fischer, the previous record holder. For 27 years, she was the number 1 ranked female chess player in the world. For 27 years? Dang. The children of the Polgar sisters was atypical, to say the least. And yet, if you ask them about it, they claim their lifestyle was attractive, even enjoyable. In interviews, the sisters talk about their childhood as entertaining rather than grueling. They loved playing chess. They couldn't get enough of it. Once Laszlo reportedly found Sophia playing chess in the bathroom in the middle of the night, encouraging her to go back to sleep. He said, "Sophia, leave the pieces alone," to which she replied, "Daddy, they won't leave me alone." The Polgar sisters grew up in a culture that prioritized chess above all else, praised them for it, rewarded them for it. In their world, an obsession with chess was normal. And as we are about to see, whatever habits are normal in your culture are among the most attractive behaviors you will find. I'm gonna sleep. Alright, meow. Have a good sleep. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully my reading made you sleepy. The seductive pull of social norms. Humans are herd animals. We want to fit in, to bond with others, and to earn the respect and approval of our peers. Such inclinations are essential to our survival. That's true. It's true that we need a herd, but I hate my herd. I need like a good herd. And I don't even want to herd. Like sometimes I'm just like I wish I were alone, like completely. But then obviously you don't want to be alone. That's so sad. But you just need a good herd, man. For most of our evolutionary history, our ancestors lived in tribes. Becoming separated from the tribe, or worse, being cast out, was a death sentence. The lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. Meanwhile, those who collaborated and bonded. What about the jaguars? What about tigers? Meanwhile, those who collaborated and bonded with others enjoyed increased safety, mating opportunities, and access to resources. As Charles Darwin noted, in the long history of humankind, those who learn to collaborate and improvise most effectively have prevailed. As a result, one of the deepest human desires is to belong. Man. I mean, it's common sense, but man. And this ancient preference exerts a powerful influence on our modern behavior. But I'm still going to see the light. Okay, I was wondering like why the view count was still one. We don't choose our earliest habits, we imitate them. We follow the script handed down by our friends and family, our church or school, our local community, and society at large. Each of these cultures and groups come with its own set of expectations and standards. When and whether to get married, how many children to have, which holidays to celebrate, how much money to spend on your child's birthday party. In many ways, these social norms are the invisible rules that guide our behavior each day. You're always keeping them in mind, even if they are not at the top of your mind. Often you follow the habits of your culture without thinking, without questioning, and sometimes without remembering. As the French philosopher Michel de Montaigne wrote, the customs and practices of life in society sweep us along. Most of the time, going along with the group does not feel like a burden. Everyone wants to belong. If you grow up in a family that rewards you for your chess skills, playing chess will seem like a very attractive thing to do. If you work in a job where everyone wears expensive suits, then you'll be inclined to splurge on one as well. If all of your friends are sharing an inside joke or using a new phrase, you'll want to do it too, so they know that you get it. Behaviors are attractive when they help us fit in. We imitate the habits of three groups in particular: the close, the many, and the powerful. Each group offers an opportunity to leverage the second law of behavior for behavior change and make our habits more attractive. Mm, all right. Imitating the close. Proximity has a powerful effect on our behavior. This is true of the physical environment, as we discussed in chapter 6, but it is also true of the social environment. We pick up habits from the people around us. We copy the way our parents handle arguments, the way our peers flirt with one another, the way our coworker get results. When your friends smoke pot, you give it a try too. When your wife has a habit of double checking that the door is locked before going to bed, you pick it up as well. I find that I often imitate the behavior of those around me without realizing it. In conversation, I'll automatically assume the body posture of the other person. In college, I began to talk like my roommates. When traveling to other countries, I unconsciously imitate the local accent despite reminding myself to stop. As a general rule, the closer we are to someone, the more likely we are to imitate some of their habits. One groundbreaking study tracked 12,000 people for 32 years and found that a person's chances of becoming obese increased by 57% if he or she had a friend who became obese. Oh my god, you were definitely the product of your surroundings. It works the other way too. Another study found that if one person in a relationship lost weight, the other partner would also slim down about one third of the time. Our friends and family provide a sort of invisible peer pressure that pulls us in their direction. Of course, peer pressure is bad only if you're surrounded by bad influences. When astronaut Mike Massimino was a graduate student at MIT, he took a small robotics class. One of 10 of the 10 people in his class, 4 became astronauts. If your goal was to make it into space, then that room was about the best culture you could ask for. Similarly, one study found that the higher your best friend's IQ at age 11 or 12, the higher your best friend's IQ at age 11 or 12, the higher your IQ would be at age 15, even after controlling for natural levels of intelligence. We soak up the qualities and practices of those around us. One of the most effective things you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. New habits seem achievable when you see others doing them every day. If you are surrounded by fit people, you are more likely to consider working out to be a common habit. If you're surrounded by jazz lovers, you're more likely to believe it's reasonable to play jazz every day. Your culture sets your expectation for what is normal. Surround yourself with people who have the habits you want to have yourself. You'll rise together. You know, that's a great point. I hate the habits that I have. Like, honestly, I don't hate it. Just like, I don't prefer going for leftovers before fresh food just because I don't want the leftovers to go to waste. But sometimes you just gotta eat your fresh food. I mean, I don't know. Everything you eat is leftovers. If you're just gonna leave the fresh for later, if you're gonna go after the leftovers first. To make your habit even more attractive, you can take this strategy one step further. Join a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. And 2, you already have something in common with the group. Steve Cam, an entrepreneur in New York City, runs a company called Nerd Fitness, which helps nerds, misfits, and mutants lose weight, get strong, and get healthy. His clients include video game lovers, movie fanatics, and average Joes who want to get in shape. Many people feel out of place the first time they go to the gym or try to change their diet. But if you are already similar to the other members of the group in some way, say your mutual love of Star Wars, change becomes more appealing because it feels like something people like you already do. Nothing sustains motivation better than belonging to the tribe. It transforms a personal quest into a shared one. Previously, you were on your own. Your identity was singular. You are a reader. You are a musician. You are an athlete. When you join a book club or a band or a cycling group, your identity becomes linked to those around you. Growth and change is no longer an individual pursuit. We are readers. We are musicians. We are cyclists. The shared identity begins to reinforce your personal identity. This is why remaining part of a group after achieving a goal is crucial to maintaining your habits. It's friendship and communicating and community that embedded a new identity and help behaviors last over the long run. You know what? That's the community I'm trying to build in this live stream. I want mutual um, improvers in life to read books every single day, imitating the many. In the 1950s, psychologist Solomon Asch conducted a series of experiments that are now taught to legions of undergrads each year. To begin each experiment, the subject entered the room with a group of strangers. Unbeknownst to them, the other participants were actors planted by the researcher and instructed to deliver scripted answers to certain questions. The group would be shown one card with a line on it, and then a second card with a series of lines. Each person was asked to select the line of the second card that was similar in length to the line on the first card. It was a very simple task. Here's an example of two cards used in the experiment. Conforming to social norms. Here's one line, there's three. This is a representation of two cards used by Solomon Asch in his famous social conformity experiments. The length of the line on the first card left is obviously the same as the line C, but when a group of actors claimed it was different length, the research subjects would often change their minds and go with the crowd rather than believing their own eyes. That's so mean. Why would they do that, bro? The experiment always began the same. First, there would be some easy trials where everyone agreed on the correct line. After a few rounds, the participants were shown a test that was just as obvious as the previous one, except the actors in the room would select an intentionally incorrect answer. For example, they would respond A to the comparison shown in Figure 10. Everyone would agree that the lines everyone would agree that the lines were the same, even though they were clearly different. The subject who was unaware of the ruse would immediately become bewildered. Their eyes would open wide. They would laugh nervously to themselves. They would double check the reaction of the other participants. Their agitation would grow as one person after another delivered the same incorrect response. Soon the subject began to doubt their own eyes. Eventually, they delivered the answer they knew in their heart to be incorrect. Ash ran this experiment many times and in many different ways. What he discovered was that as the number of actors increased, so did the conformity of the subject. I think I've seen one of these on YouTube. That's crazy. If it was just a subject and one actor, then there was no effect on the person's choice. They just assumed they were in the room with a dummy. When two actors were in the room with the subject, there was still a little impact, but as the number of people increased to 3 actors and 4 and all the way to 8, the subject became more likely to second guess themselves. By the end of the group, by the end of the experiment, nearly 75% of the subjects had agreed with the group answer, even though it was obviously incorrect. That is so mean, bro. You're gaslighting him. Hold on, let me get a sip of water. Whenever we are unsure how to act, we look to the group to guide our behavior. We are constantly scanning our environment and wondering, what is everyone else doing? We check reviews on Amazon or Yelp or TripAdvisor because we want to imitate the best buying, eating, and travel habits. It's usually a smart strategy. There's evidence in numbers, but there can be a downside. The normal behavior of the tribe often overpowers the desired behavior of the individual. For example, one study found that when a chimpanzee learns an effective way to crack nuts open as a member of one group and then switch to a new group that uses a less effective strategy, it will avoid using the superior nut cracking method just to blend in with the rest of the chips. Humans are similar. There is tremendous internal pressure to comply with the norms of the group. The reward of being accepted is often greater than the reward of winning an argument, looking smart, or finding truth. Most days, we'd rather be wrong with the crowd than be right by ourselves. Oh my god, that's so true. But that's so sad. That's like they said. It's like there's a downside in that because we don't want to just do things because we want to fit in. We have to do what's right even if we're alone. The human mind knows how to get along with others. It wants to get along with others. This is our natural mode. You can override it. You can choose to ignore the group or to stop caring about what other people think. Oh, it's me, Blade. Welcome back, Blade. I remember you. But it takes work. Running against the grain of your culture requires extra effort. When changing your habits, when changing your habits means challenging the tribe, change is unattractive. When changing your habits means fitting in with the tribe, change is very attractive. That's so true. Number 3, imitating the powerful. Humans everywhere pursue power, prestige, and status. This is so annoying. Like, I get it. Everybody wants to be good, but not everyone can be high on the social status bar. We want pins and medallions on our jackets. We want president or a partner in our titles. We want to be acknowledged, recognized, and praised. This tendency can seem vain, but overall, it's a smart move. Historically, a person with greater power and status has access to more resources, worries less about survival, and proves to be a more attractive mate. We are drawn to behaviors that earn us respect, approval, admiration, and status. We want to be the one in the gym who can do muscle ups, or the musician who can play the hardest chord progression, or the parent with the most accomplished children because these things separate us from the crowd. Once we fit in, we start looking for ways to stand out. This is one reason we care so much about the habits of highly effective people. We try to copy the behavior of successful people because we desire success ourselves. Many of our daily habits are imitations of people we admire. You replicate, okay, that part is so true because I'm only reading a book now because I was influenced by someone I admire to read it because they got it from Team themselves, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it too. And yeah, I didn't even know you could buy books on Temu. That's crazy. You replicate the marketing strategies of the most successful firms in your industry. You make a recipe from your favorite baker. That's true. You borrow the storytelling strategies of your favorite writer. You mimic the communication style of your boss. We imitate people we envy. High status people enjoy the approval, respect, and praise of others. And that means if a behavior can get us approval, respect, and praise, we find it attractive. We are also motivated to avoid behaviors that would lower our status. We trim our hedges and mow our lawn because we don't want to be the slob of the neighborhood. We want our mother come when our mother comes to visit, we clean up the house because we don't want to be judged. We are continually wondering, what will others think of me? And altering our behavior based on the answer. Is that cat real? I think he's real. Hello, sir? Oh, he's asleep. Yeah, that's my cat Yuki. I'm pretty sure you saw him in the last stream, didn't you, Blade? And I thought your name was Blake or something. Oh, maybe that was a typo though. The Polgar sisters. The chess prodigies mentioned at the beginning of this chapter are evidence of the powerful and lasting impact social influence can have on our behavior. The sisters practiced chess for many hours each day and continued this remarkable effort for decades. But these habits and behaviors maintain their attractiveness, in part because they were valued by their culture. From the praise of their parents to the achievement of different status markers like becoming a grandmaster, they had many reasons to continue their effort. Yeah, but I don't see you touch him. Maybe it's a green screen. Chapter summary. The culture we live in determines which behaviors are attractive to us. We tend to adopt habits that are praised and approved of by our culture because we have a strong desire to fit in and belong to the tribe. We tend to imitate the habits of three social groups: the close, family, friends, the many, the tribe, and the powerful, those with status and prestige. Man, I have felt that before. Like, people copying me when I had a lot of status. But that was in another realm. I never had status in my real life. One of the most effective things you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where, number one, your desired behavior is normal behavior. Number two, you already have something in common with the group. The normal behavior of the tribe often overpowers the desired behavior of the individual. Most days, we'd rather be wrong with the crowd than be right by ourselves. If a behavior can get us approval, respect, and praise, we find it attractive. My name is Blake, but some people call me Blade. Oh, okay, so I wasn't wrong. Nice. Okay, chapter 10, how to find and fix the causes of your bad habits. Alrighty, we are done reading for today. Let me just mark this. I think we did chapter 9. Today's the 26th. Yep. Okay. Thank you for tuning in, Blake and the other guy. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Maybe I'll paint. Should I stream myself painting? I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I actually have my own YouTube channel. Did you search that up yet? You know, when I turn off the live stream, like, I can't find your users. Like, I tried to do that in one of my live streams where someone said to check out their channel, and I couldn't replay the live chat. But I think I'll check yours out if I remember the name. Let's see. Blade, Perkins, and Conson. Alright. Bye.